coming in hot, Chinchy. What's going on, brother?
There he is. There he is. Everybody who in the Ohio area who's been very worried about the man who left his hamstring in Ohio a couple weeks ago. Just so you know, he got his stitches out earlier in the week. We're getting ready. We're moving forward. We're progressing, right, Sean?
We're moving forward. I was just up in Cincinnati seeing the Doc Hollywood, baby, the best doctor in the world. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Dr. Kremchek is the best surgeon in the world. I don't go to anybody unless no one's touching my body unless his name's Dr. Kremchek. So I just went and saw him, got my stitches out, saw Logan, who's my PT, stretched me a little bit. So it was a little nervous, Chinch. I'm not going to lie to you, brother. The hamstrings, it's been a slow process. They just opened my brace up a little bit too, but I'm moving in the right direction and getting there. Getting there. I won't be running anytime soon, but I just want to be walking.
Yeah,
I want to be walking.
Yeah, well, crawl before you walk before you run. We're in the walk. We're getting to the walking phase, so that's good.
Exactly.
A lot of people can get walking over to the All-Star game. It's already here and it's already upon us, folks. We're going to do a preview, but isn't that crazy? This season has been flying by.
Dude, don't you think you're we've been in this industry a long time, Chinch. You starting off at ESPN, doing all your thing, even playing, Division I baseball at Columbia. I feel like my life goes by with baseball seasons. Like, life's flying by, another baseball season. It's like because you're so invested in, because it's your job. All of a sudden, you live your life through the baseball seasons, and you're right, dude. Here we are, we're at the All-Star game, 2025. Seems like boom, it just happened like that. It's incredible.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, we were talking the other day on the show about how Manny Machado got his 2000s hit this week. I clear as day remember 3 little kids, guy named Manny Machado, a guy named Bryce, and a guy named Mike Trout and Bryce Harper. And that feels like it was yesterday. And now these guys are starting to hit the record books in places that we never thought we could imagine.
And they're the veteran. He's 34 now, 34. If everyone, they're 34, 35. And, it's like, oh my gosh, these were the young guys not that long ago in this industry. Now they're, moving on.
Yeah, so let's dive deep today for our fans into the All-Star teams, All-Star rosters. First, we got to do this. Everybody forgets because it was so early in the thing, but the 2 top vote getters, good job, of course, are Judge and Ohtani. And what these guys are doing, it's unfathomable. They are at a different, they literally, when you do fantasy sports and it's tier 1, tier 2,
right.
They are I don't think it's tier 1. I think it's tier. There's no number for it, and then you have tier 1 guys below them.
These guys are that good, and you're right, Chinch. Let's lock in. If we're baseball fans, we're looking at all-time greatness. No, not just hey, these are good players. No, we're looking at, like you said, other tier of greatness. When you look at Aaron Judge and Ohtani, and Ohtani's back pitching again too, so you're threw almost 102 miles an hour the other day. That's back. The unicorn's really back. So I love it, man. You're right. They're the top vote getters for a reason because they're on a different planet. And let's all make sure that when we're watching the Yankees and you're watching the Dodgers, that you're looking at generational greatness on the East and West Coast.
Yeah, and one other thing that I actually this just popped into my head a couple days ago because I was like, wow, we got to take this in. Staying with Judge and what Cal Raleigh's doing, we have not seen a home run chase like this, honestly, since who?
Sosa?
McGuire Sosa. These guys both can hit 60 home runs this year, and they're going neck and neck with it. It's amazing.
Yeah, and what's cool is, I remember back with McGuire Sosa, it was my rookie year in the big leagues, and I was in that division, so I saw a ton of those homers. I don't know how many, but I saw 60 from McGuire. I saw a bunch of 60s with Sosa. It was incredible. But you could tell that they were driving each other. It was you're not, people oh, you worried about so-and-so's stats? Not really, but I'm taking a glance. And subconsciously, I know that Raleigh hit one last night, and there goes Judge. He's hitting one. And so, it's great for baseball when you get into a home run race and you see guys going back and forth, and they're kind of matching each other. So hopefully this continues for the whole year, and we're talking about coming up on 60 at the end.
Yeah, when you were always kind of in a race for batting titles, were you looking at the other guys?
Yeah, well, really start looking at them in August. You're okay, now it's real. We're 450 at bats into the season, like it's real. And now you start doing the math. You know, if anyone says they're not, they're lying. You know, you start doing the math in your head a little bit, and you know, trying to figure out, okay, so. But it's fun. That's what's fun, man. When you're putting up numbers and you're looking at other guys in the league, that's why the All Stars. You know, when you're putting up numbers, you're probably an all-star, and you're looking and saying, "Oh man, I got to match this guy. What did he do?" You're checking box scores. It's fun.
It's awesome. All right, yeah, but so all these all-stars are going to be together. Sean Casey's locked in when he was at the network this week. So Sean comes out with these stats with these great stat guys from like shout out to Matt Baker, the greatest statistician in the history of sports baseball. You got some stats about the things you like about the All-Star series so far. What do you got?
Yeah. Well, I like to look at the first timers. You know, the first timers, and some of these first timers are some of the best players in baseball. Crow-Armstrong, you know, we're talking about him maybe being MVP of this first half, how good he's played. You know, over there in the National League, how he plays center field, the power that he's putting up. It's just really been incredible so far. James Wood. I mean, we're looking at two guys that, you know, Crow-Armstrong's 23, James Wood's 22.
Yes.
22 and just lighten Major League Baseball up. This guy can flat out hit. One of the best hitters in the game. Why is he one of the best hitters we talked about? Can go to left center, drives the ball all over the park, over 20 home runs. So that's fun. Ellie De La Cruz is in the All-Star game. I mean, come on, dude. For all the Reds fans out there, you know you're looking when you go to a Reds game and you're watching Ellie play, you're like, that's a different gear of running, different gear of power. He's a switch hitter, and he's really kind of taking his game to another level. So that's fun to watch. You know, just a lot of good young players that are you know that we're getting to see, you know, in this All-Star game, which has been a lot of fun.
Oh, one thing. Let me stop down on our All-Star thing for 1 second, because you and I haven't talked about this week. How about the Nationals? You're talking about James Wood. They fired everybody this week.
Yeah. What do you think, Chinch?
I mean, at first I was like, this is a shock, because first of all, Rizzo put together a championship franchise and made arguably one of the greatest trades of all time when he traded. That is like that's going into the Hall of Fame of trading a really great player to become a better team in Soto. But then I looked at the stats and I didn't realize how much they are struggling. But I don't know. I mean, listen, you know, if you own a sport, if you own anything, we all own stuff. If it's not working, you have the right to do whatever you want with it. So it's kind of the way I look at what happened there.
Well, one thing I look at with I was shocked that they got rid of Rizzo. I wasn't so shocked they got rid of Davey Martinez, and I think Davey's great. I love Davey as a guy. You know, he won the World Series in 19, but you know, he made a comment a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you remember when he said something, but kind of called out the players like it's not the coaches. The coaches are never to blame. It's only the players. If you say that, you're going to lose the locker room. You're going to lose the clubhouse. And I think he did, because I think from that point on they were terrible, and they've never really been that good in these last few years. And the one knock, I guess, against Riz was one of the best baseball minds out there. He's one of the best in the business. That trade's going to go down, like you said, Chinch. He's one of the greatest ever. James Wood, C.J. Abrams, Mackenzie Gore coming back for Juan Soto. Impact people that they got. So that's huge. But, dude, they haven't drafted that well. I mean, they got Strasburg or Harper, which you and I could have drafted. I mean, Paul Skeens, they're just generational talent, like clear-cut number ones. But I think they might, early returns is they might have missed on Dylan Cruz in that number 2 pick. It went Skeens, then Cruz, with Wyatt Langford hanging out there at 4. Was having a great career with the Rangers. They've missed on development, and they've missed on drafts, and that's a big thing. So, and they haven't won in a few years. But to me, it looked like they're about to maybe draft this Cade Anderson from LSU as the number 1 pick. So to get rid of Rizzo right now, it's such a weird thing, because you got the draft coming up. But I do think they're a week away from having to pick up Davey Martinez's option for next year. And I really believe that Rizzo and Davey were kind of they were like a pair that that goes everywhere together. So I think as soon as they got rid of Davey, Riz probably said, I'm out too. Yeah,
there you go. One other guy that made the All-Star team in a different type of way, Kershaw, announced as, what do they call it, the legend pick from the commissioner's office. Yeah, I mean, why not? Bring him. He should be there. He's Clayton.
I love it, dude. I love it. And I remember in 2001, when I was in Seattle, it was Cal Ripken's last All-Star game, and he homered. And also they brought in Tony Gwynn. I don't think Gwynn made it. I think they brought in Tony. That was
no, they
cool.
put them both on the roster, and neither of them were having like obviously all-star seasons. But who cares? Like
who cares?
You
Right.
got in there. Yeah.
That's how I feel with Kershaw. Kershaw's still getting it done. He just got his 3,000 strikeout, like 18 years with one team. Good for Rob Manfred and Major League Baseball for saying, hey, listen, we can make our own rules up for something like the All-Star game. Clayton Kershaw's coming. Not one player is looking and saying, oh, what the heck? They're saying, man, I get to share. If you're in the NL, I get to share the same locked clubhouse as Clayton Kershaw. That's incredible.
Yeah. Now, down to the Debbie Downer part of things. Yahoo Sports came up with we're talking all-star snubs. There are a lot. Yahoo had the stones to give 17 players who were snubbed on their roster. I don't know if there's 17 guys that were snubbed, but you've seen a couple that you're like, wait a minute, these guys should all.
Well, Seiya Suzuki, how's this guy now? He has 25 homers, leading the league in RBI, leading baseball in RBI. It's like 75 ribbies. So he's one. Michael Busch on the same team is probably the best first baseman in baseball right now. I think he's got 18 pumps, 56, 57 RBIs, hitting close to 300, having a great year. Well over 900 OPS. I think he's a snub. Who else?
Michael Busch has a 950 OPS right now.
Who does?
Michael Busch with 18 bombs.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. He's one of the best players in the game, no doubt about it. Why am I drawing a blank? There's a couple other guys.
Well, I'll give you one.
Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan pitching for the Twins. He's, definitely probably, snubbed right there.
How about a guy named Juan Soto?
Big snub. And well, you know what's interesting, Juan Soto? The players can vote you in too. I remember in 2004, I got voted in by the players. I mean, what an honor when you're like, hey man, in case you're going to the All-Star game, who voted me in? The players voted you in. I'm like, wow, that's incredible.
You think
Juan Soto didn't get voted in as the players, and you wonder, is like, a little jealousy here? You know what I mean? Like, because you look at his numbers, Chinch. He had a bad April, but he's been one of maybe the top 3 players in the game since then. He's got over 20 home runs. He's leading the league or top 3 in on base percentage. He's doing Juan Soto what Juan Soto does. So yeah, he no doubt got snubbed. Who else?
I got one for you. How about Trey Turner? 299. I mean, as of this recording, 299 batting average. He's got 11 bombs. He's got 22 stolen bases.
Trey Turner had a great year, over 800 OPS. No, Trey Turner's had a great year. C.J. Abrams is a little bit of a snub, dude. He's hitting 290 or whatever, or over 830 OPS, driving the ball to the ballpark. He's another guy.
I got one for you. Hottest team in baseball is hot because of a guy named George Springer.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
There
George
you go.
Springer. Give me his numbers.
16 bombs, 10 bags, 872 OPS as of this recording. And
you talk about the Blue Jays, doing what they're doing. He's probably the big reason. He's been their best guy since day one of this season. We kind of talk about the other guys, but George Springer's been the most consistent guy for that team.
Yeah, Houston fans are a little bummed that Framber Valdez is not there. He's got a 2.90 ERA. He's got 115 Ks in 115 innings pitched and only 41.
Yeah. Wow, dude. I mean, it just goes to show you how many good players there are, and there's, just certain guys that don't get it. The one guy that got in, and I'm like, is Julio Rodriguez. I mean,
yes, dude.
Is Julio Rodriguez? I think I think that 1 year he had at the beginning was his best year, and he's just been an average player since.
Yeah, there you go. Here's another one. How about Carlos Rodon? He's got a 103 whip in 111 innings for the Yankees. He's only got 40 walks. You were there when he had some walks.
Yeah, he's been really good, man. Carlos Rodon's been really a savior for the Yankees.
Yeah.
With all the injuries that they've had.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a couple more position players. There's a couple other guys I'm not.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going to scroll back here on this list. Let's see. Did we mention? We said Bush. Third baseman for the Detroit Tigers, Zach McKinstry. They're saying should be in.
McKinstry's had a nice year too. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we mention Randy Rosarena?
Rosarena, yeah, he's been okay.
Not on your list.
On my list.
Okay.
Chichi, let's talk about a couple guys that have made it though. Like this is Cal Raleigh's first All-Star game, right? I mean,
how about
obviously he's up for MVP and going off. That's pretty cool. It's also Francisco Lindor's first one as a Met.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Arguably the most consistent shortstop over the last 5 years with the Mets. What a That was a great sign and trade, a great deal for them.
Great deal, man. And almost won the MVP last year too. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a great sign.
Yep.
Alejandro Kirk, gotta love him. For the Blue Jays, kind of coming in and doing his thing.
I mean,
What it shows,
talk a little bit. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
it shows that the game of baseball is in a great place. There's a lot of great young players that are. If you're a fan, man, there's so many good young players to root for and to cheer for. Right now. How about Kyle Stowers out in the Marlins? You think the Orioles are ticked off that they got rid of him? Dude, he was like a top prospect for the Orioles, and he was in that trade, I believe, for Rogers. Dude, he has 840, 850 OPS, no, way above any player in the Orioles lineup. So you're like, is that a miss from the Orioles front office?
Right. Let's go back though to your boy Ellie De La Cruz, because we're in the Ohio area today.
Yeah.
A lot of people, dude. This guy has a chance to be one of those guys that you just mark in at short. First of all, he should have started. Should have gotten the starting role. But didn't. Whatever. But he's in there now. Talk about what this guy means as a former Red, to see a Red like this coming up.
Well, dude, you listen, man. Nothing. The Cincinnati Reds fans, are the best in the game as far as just some of the greatest players that have ever played this amazing game of baseball. And Ellie De La Cruz could go down as one of those guys. One of those guys where you're like, man, this guy is one of the greatest to ever do it with the skill set that he has and how good he is, Chinch. I mean, it's unique. He's just as unique as they come. And I was just down there before I got surgery with Kremchek. I went in the clubhouse to see Rick Stowe and all the boys, Gary Wayoff and all those guys, Morton, Josh Stewart and those guys. And, Ellie came over and I was talking to him and stuff. This guy's a big dude, bro. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'3", 6'4". This guy towered me. And he's big and he's so nice. He's so stinking nice. And I think he's a leader in that clubhouse. Guys love him. But playing for Tito, I think you could see his standards starting to go up for his play. And, it's awesome for Cincinnati and awesome for baseball.
Yeah, no offense to any other managers you had, but like you get a Hall of Fame type manager who's managed Hall of Fame players.
Yeah.
And you're the young guy. I'm sure he just listens to every single word that comes out of Terry's mouth.
When Tito talks, people listen, dude, especially if you're Ellie De La Cruz. And, I love that relationship. And also staying in Ohio, talking about a guy that Tito managed for years is Jose Ramirez. I think Tito helped Jose Ramirez a lot, how to be a professional, how to play the game, how to show up every day. But, another guy that's having an incredible year, for the Cleveland Guardians out there and, just one of the best players in the game.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to rip through both rosters or both starting rosters. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit and say which team would you take to the Olympics or something. Okay.
Yeah.
In the AL, you got Cal Raleigh, Vlad at first, Lieber Torres, props to him, second base, Jose Ramirez at third. By the way, we always forget he just plug him into the All-Star game at third base. Jacob Wilson, Aaron Judge, Riley Green, Javi Baez. Also props to him for coming back as far as he has come back.
Yeah.
And Ryan O'Hearn is DH. Okay, we like that.
Well, first off, I just want to say kudos to Jacob Wilson too, bro. Getting voted in from the fans. Being the player that he is for the A's, young kid, rookie, awesome job, man.
Yeah, there you go. Good point. All right, NL starters: Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Ketel Marte, Manny Machado, Lindor, Acuna. Also, by the way, props for coming back from your injury and becoming top 3 player.
Yeah, the game's in Atlanta. It's going to be some cool.
Oh, yeah, very cool for him. And I believe he's going to do the home run derby.
Yeah.
Pete Crow-Armstrong, Kyle Tucker, props to Tucker, great player, and Shohei. Which lineup, dude?
Dude, how do you pick on that one, dude? There's so many. I mean, juggernauts. There's juggernauts in both leagues, and that's what I'm saying. We're at a point in Major League Baseball history where we're seeing some of the best athletes, some of the best power, some of the best arms we've ever seen. We're at an incredible time, and I think that nothing better than the